got on the call, I just had a call from a girlfriend of mine, how I was feeling a buzz and kind of forgotten what I wanted to say because I was just so wrapped up in the conversation that we were having. That connection was really important. So that's what I want to touch on today is connections. And there are absolutely those connections that you make that leave you feeling energized. They leave you smiling, you feel good about yourself, you feel positive about yourself and the work that you're doing possibly, that you know you're making a difference, that you're creating something important. So those connections really energize you and lift you up. And then there are always going to be those that have the opposite. They bring you down, they make you doubt yourself, they just lower the tone, often not just for you but for others around you as well. So I suppose we're all going to have to deal with those people and those situations, and there's no avoiding them all the time, but it's creating an awareness that other people's opinions and issues don't need to be projected onto you. So it's coming back to an awareness of who am I, what's important to me, what lights me up. I'm comfortable with that. I feel like I'm doing a good job. I don't need to let their opinions, their thoughts, and what they're going through, maybe their struggles, be projected onto me and affect the way that I feel about myself. So connections can lift you and energize you, awesome, but be aware of those that don't, and just know that you don't have to take all of that on board. It's really difficult to do, probably much easier to say, because you mull it over in your head round and round and round, and why did that situation come out like that, and why do I feel so awful or so tense after a certain situation. We just had one like that recently, and it just makes me question whether I want to be around people like that, be part of that social group. But I know there are other people in there that I really want to connect with. It's just about preserving yourself from the opinions of others that don't serve you, and being confident in what's important to you and what you stand for. So that's something that I've really been focusing on. It was on my vision board to work on connections with friends and family. I mean, the same situation can happen in families too, and you can't avoid them all the time. So yeah, that's been on my vision board and something I've really been working on, and I feel like I've made some really good steps forward in connections this year, socially, within my family, and just in general. I know we haven't been able to travel very far, but the connections can be much closer to home that we often ignore. So that was number one. Number two was journaling and a gratitude practice. And this is definitely still an absolute work in progress for me. I found it very difficult to open a journal and see a blank page. I'm not a natural sort of writer. So what I did find was that I needed a few prompts to get going. So I would write on a few days, on a few pages, sort of some questions, some issues, what went well today, what am I thankful for today, what did I achieve today, what steps did I take today. So it's just something to start the writing process, to be able to get down some of the thoughts and feelings that I was working through. I found a book, I think I got them both at Officeworks. This one, Goals, which just had some prompts in it as well. So top 3 goals, self-care and health, let's make it happen, sort of just some areas that would just provide a little more guidance than a blank journal page, to get me, the thoughts flowing and things moving. And then gratitude, I mean, hugely important, and we just can choose to be grateful and to notice what's around us, and how different that makes our experience of ourselves and the world around us. And again, I found a little book of gratitude, and also just with some prompts in it. So today I'm grateful for a daily affirmation and the best part of my day, just to write in. If the best part of my day was sitting in the sun with a cup of coffee on my own, well, awesome. But if it was a phone call with a gorgeous friend who I haven't spoken to for ages, that's also just small things, just to build that gratitude muscle. I did try it with the family last year, where I had a jar and cut up little strips of paper that everybody could write on and drop their gratitude for the day into the jar. I tried to do it with giving everybody a different colour. So it was very noticeable when the boys in my family were not participating and there were none of their colours in the gratitude jar. So yeah, the three girls, we all got going on it, but yeah, the boys were a little slow in taking that up. So it was quite interesting to see where there were no greens or yellows in the jar. There were only the purple, pink or red that the girls had chosen. So it was very interesting to do. But yeah, an eye-opener as well. So, and worth sort of giving them a nudge and prompting them to say, surely there's something, even if it was just you got to eat cereal for breakfast for my son, it's his birthday, and cereal's not something we do very often, but on his birthday and once a week sometimes he gets to eat a bowl of cereal, and yeah, that makes him happy, so he can be grateful for having a bowl of cereal today. Affirmations, so that's also something, you know, to work on. Very simple, because it's a choice. Today I choose to work with gratitude. Today I choose to, you know, have an open heart and approach people in a warm and caring manner. It is a choice that you make, and it can be a really, really simple practice, but yeah, it's just kind of stacking these things onto habits we already have so that they become built in. And my to-do list for today, I thought I would share with you, can be: I choose to work with an open heart. I choose to connect with friends. I choose to take a deep breath, and I choose to share joy. And that can be your to-do list. It doesn't, you know, there are lots of other things that can be on there, but those can be the ones that really make a difference to you, to lift your mood, to lift your spirits, and those around you. And we know that there are so many people around us who need to have their spirits lifted today as well. So I hope that helps. I hope you're getting closer to pulling some pieces together to put on your board. And yeah, I'll be here tomorrow to create some of that with you if you're around. Otherwise, take care and have a beautiful day. Bye.